Is the best man he's ever.
That's why it's such a great match. Roy Jones is Hopkins is not jabbing either.
In the first round, than is normally the case, perhaps frustrated by Hopkins' unwillingness to come to him. He's punching Terry Norris. He's just Roy may be used.
They're jabbing short before they land him.
Jones landed a right cross.
Again, jabbing short.
In the first round.
You can't do that.
Left hook to the body.
They do it properly, Jim. Addition and you drive. There's a good one's over that slow from the way in the liquids back in his body.
To the body. Jones has not attempted to get to Bernard to fight on the rope. Face. A middleweight champion ever, would you believe it? Is gaining confidence, but maybe he loses some.
Jim,
to aggression, it remains to hear the voice of trainer who we'll see in the heavyweight championship bout. And referee Steve Smoger tells Jones
seem to be relaxed at all up to this point. Jones is boxing with his left hand down and Hopkins to really step in there with their punch.
Likely to hold the attention of the fans in close quarters. Still missing. Now he sticks one position from which Muhammad Ali used to throw the jab.
Right hand, left. King's answers with a right hand. No, I really think
they have barely begun. Hopkins single attempted body punch. Hopkins with two left hooks. Again, try.
And Hopkins is very, very effective when he
redemption stories. Hot prison doing hard time for a chain snatching.
Right hand, left hook to deal with.
Jones, which will virtually. Hopkins misses the right hand.
So fast that he makes
foot movements in the ring.
That tremendous talent makes these moves so natural. Jumping in, but that Hopkins has never been in the ring with a guy like Roy Jones.
Jones lands the left hand in close, has laid the more powerful blows so far.
But you notice go off those 5, 6, and 7 punts seen in the past.
Straight right hand.
As we mentioned before,
Hopkins find a sparring partner.
Hopkins has probably never seen a guy.
It is scoring time for Bernard Hopkins whenever he gets more.
Jim, you had mentioned the back problem. The latter rounds could be.
For a moment to give Hopkins a different look. Now he's back to his conventional stance. But no early knockout tonight. As 5 rounds are in the books, looking at these numbers, they would have to suspect that Jones had
hit him in the head, brought him at his, knocked him a little bit off balance.
He's been told it is legal this round after 4 rounds without a single.
Roy Jones made to it. It's just all natural talent.
Hopkins fighting back in the middle of the ring. Jones just doesn't have the mechanics.
Doesn't seem that way. One thing he should be doing, he should this one.
Neither do.
And Hopkins threw some nice counter punches. Short, Jones flurry to the body. There's Jones.
Right hand over the top by Jones. He then turns back to the conventional. Last minute of round 6 from the center of the ring. Bowie Fisher, you might want it back to the ropes as often as possible. For the eye moved up from 160 full title of his career.
I'd like to see one.
The fact that there is some credence to not be ideally trained.
I mentioned that he was tight.
Deliver one of the
out of the way at the same time he's throwing.
Duck away from Roy's combinations.
And he muscles him back against the ropes. Look how quick.
Counter more effectively off the.
He was trying to walk across the.
Jones.
Throwing punches at his chest. And you move him with the first punch. If you move.
Staying in a boxing match with Jones are bound to earn him some support.
Right hand, and you've never seen anybody else been able to do it except Roy Jones.
Jones landed a left hook. Case through the first half of the fight.
Jones coming in. 2 good solid right hands by Barnes. Another good right hand.
Jones seen Hopkins. No warning for a low blow. Jones
with Hopkins. He's throwing that. Southpaw is really trying to confuse Hopkins now.
Fight to go to a 12-round, almost 2/3 of the way. Southpaw.
Something significant.
Way and jab at the same time.
There he made a mistake. He missed, but he didn't have to pay for the. On that left hook to the.
If he had used it in the first, suspect is the case at this moment.
But again, I mentioned a lot of close rounds. He's so.
Of course, our unofficial scorer, Harold led up.
Well, it is very difficult. Again, where this punch, and Jones is just too quick. Big right hand by Jones.
About 2 rounds ago, in connect percentage.
Jones is starting to breathe a little heavily, Jim. Starting to take it.
Bernard Hopkins, 3 years older than Roy Jones at 20. Righty to extreme. All of that is by way. Round.
The left hook to the body.
He turns south.
Let out a roof, a wall. I guess it's a wall hook.
From the ropes effectively. Lands the right. That wide winging right. It works, Gil.
It's just such an elusive target. You have to set him up.
Hopkins at any time in the bout. You suspect that we're over terrific chin, Gil.
No, I think it's.
Left hand by Jones. Hopkins smiles. Usually that means
The left hook and then ran halfway. That's natural talent.
to Ray Leonard. Leonard, too. Physical skills to do unorthodox things.
There's no Ray Leonard.
Not yet.
Not much has happened. Hopkins is right there.
Leap in, one quick punch. Just not fighting a good offensive fight.
Kennedy McKinney.
The fight's over. He's going to be disappointed. Fighters, I'll bring it back to the dressing. I'll say, why? You just had a situation here.
Hopkins has
Never came along. Instead of trying to set it up.
talking to referee Steve. Hopkins to let his right hand. Eventually Hopkins stepped away. And Bernard once again doesn't move.
Mentioning referee Steve Smoke, I think moves around well, controls the fight.
And East Coast promoter. Jones appears intent on control. Boxing, the game, trying to win the vacant IBF middleweight. Is the number 2 contender.
Body first and back up to the head.
They fight for one of them about to become a world champion for the first time.
Tony, who's such a good defensive fighter.
You can just see that
this finish, the lust fighter.
A good solid professional.
Expect him to look like Mr. America and Mr. World.
Our big heavyweight championship has retained all of its potential.
And now the IBF middleweight champion of the world, Roy Jones.